Bart here, Bart's Wood Shop. Today we're going to be trying to work on a bowl. I have this piece of crape myrtle. It's just an odd cut. I already cut off the corners so that it doesn't get any catches trying to round it out. I mounted a faceplate to the back of it. We're going to put this thing on the lathe and see if we can shape it out into something. It's probably not going to be a very deep bowl because of all the deep cracks in this piece, but nevertheless it's probably going to look pretty alright. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you over there at the lathe. Alright, here we are over on the lathe. I've got the faceplate mounted. I've got my tailstock up against it. It's relatively balanced, so I'm going to start at a mid-speed at about 1400 RPMs. And see if we can get some a round shape to this thing. I've got all my safety equipment on, my gloves, my face shield, and we are going to start rounding this thing out. Just adjust my tool rest a little bit. Oops, too close. Okay, that feels comfortable. Alrighty, let's start turning this guy down and seeing what we come up with this one. Okay, it's almost round. I'm going to kick up the speed a little bit and get this thing finished rounding out. It's well balanced. So let me turn the speed up and I'll be back with you. Okay, we're back. I've got the speed turned all the way up. We are at 3,400 RPMs. Let's see how well it cuts. Alright, we're starting to take shape. I got to get rid of all this bottom piece, otherwise this bowl's not going to sit flat. I may not get rid of all of it, but I don't know, we'll see. Might add an interesting something to the wood or to the bowl. We're going to see about flattening it out with the parting tool. Okay, I got my tenon cut out. There's a little bit of bark left in there, but I think it'll be okay. I think Chuck will grab onto it still. Let me just square it up real quick. Okay, that should be good. We should be able to flip it around and put the chuck on it. I'm going to do a little bit more shaping before we do that. So, let's see. Alright, so I got a basic shape to the bowl. There's some real deep cracks in it. So this is going to end up being a really shallow bowl, but that's alright. There's some real deep cracks in it. I'm going to smooth the outside with my scraper, and we'll go from there. Alright, it's flipped around on the lathe. These cracks are real deep, so I'm going to start taking some of the height off of this thing. I got my tailstock on there to give me a little extra support and hopefully prevent this thing from flying across the shop. But I'm going to turn it down to just below these, just above the bottom of these cracks, and we'll see what happens there. Yeah, that's about the height we're going to get with this. It's about right there. Let's see if we can work this down a little. Okay, the tailstock is off. We're going to see about hollowing this little guy out. Okay, it's hollowed out. A little bit of tear out up in here, but that's alright. I gotta run the scraper across it anyhow to smooth it. Let's see if I want to go any deeper. No, that's a pretty good thickness. I think I'm going to leave these. I think they're pretty neat looking. And that's the spot where it's going to warp at anyhow. But let me just run the scraper across it, smooth it out. Right over there. Alright, let's put the curved tool rest in there. Knock some of this sawdust out of it so I can see what I'm working on. And go from there. Alright, we're going to do a little shaping on the outside of the bowl here. Make something interesting out of it. A little line to just give it something to, I don't know, just felt like making a line, I guess. Let's get this guy sanded up, finished up, and we'll see what she looks like. Alright, we are all sanded down. I've got my straight up shellac right here, and we are just going to apply that with a clean paper towel just to give it a little bit of a finish. Alright, put a nice coat on there. Nice thing about the shellac is it dries quickly. It coats nicely and leaves a nice finish. That nice little shine. So I'll probably put a couple of more coats on this thing. It only takes about 2-3 minutes to dry before you can put another coat on. And then we'll just keep getting coats on it until it's the shininess I like. So in a minute I'll take it off the lathe and I'll show you the finished product. Alrighty, I got it off the lathe and it is complete. Not very big bowl, but it's cute. Little thing. Piece of scrap wood I had laying around. Figure I'd make something with it. So, it's good for throwing your keys in, your change, something like that. It doesn't have to be giant. But I had fun making it. And nothing crazy happened, which was great. So that's all I got for you for this week. Thanks for joining me. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, please. And don't forget to subscribe. I got some neat projects coming up. One of them's a big project. It's probably going to take me a few weeks. And, we'll shoot that one. Good to talk to you again. Thanks for joining me. And we'll see you next time.